Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. This video should be connected to the top gathering things that you should know. It helps out a bit. At the same time, this video is supposed to be like 19 minutes long. The pausing is actually like I'm doing right now. I should actually increase it maybe to 25 to 30 minutes. I want to keep it there in that direction. So we're going to actually start right now. The first thing is this video is for me stepping into the free-to-player shoes. Now, during the release, we faced many things. And there's many different between the release and here, like we get 2,000 gold, everybody's on equal field, the people on the yellow zone won't bother you as much because everybody has to do gathering to get money. The population is actually technically close to the same. So everybody was like stealing each other's nodes, and some people would flag up, but at the same time they would get their ass whooped by the next person because there were so many people trying to do gathering and then two people trying to get money. Now I think during those days, I'm not sure if the gathering set was actually active. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. I'm not too sure. I actually don't got too much memory of that now. But again, you guys get 3-day premiums, and also we had a 30-day premium, and this is actually be done in 3 days to try to get to T5. Now, there's also differences, and right now there are actually older players who are griefing the newer players, and there are new players who are also griefing the new players in the yellow zones. And what I mean by that is that they want you down and pretty much lower down your percentage of the load. Not only that, this 3 days has been horrible, and to be honest with you, it's May 23rd of 2019. When I started this, was May 21st of 2019. Free to play was like April 10th. So that's close to like a month later, and this should have been like all this should have been resolved. So let's start it up. I start with my servant farmer. He does have 59,000, and that's only fame, and that's only from the carrots, which you'll see later. I have 721 silver. For some reason, I can't throw it away, so I'm gonna start with 721 silver, which should be doable since I'm only doing no premium through this character. I'm not gonna buy premium, and basically you guys, when you start free to play, you guys have 3 days of premium, so I'm gonna be at a more disadvantage. So let's actually click start right here while I'm keep talking, so it jumps to the next picture because I don't know where it is. So the servant farmer does not have any learning points either, so I'll start at 0 learning point as well. And as you see, it only has a seed on the right side. I have no reaver. I have no weapon, so I have to start brand new. And as you see in the training gallery, I have nothing on it, only the seed. It was an alt 4 seed carrots. Now I started pretty sooner than this, but during this time I bought like a T2, and it was on the 5th of 21 of 2019, 11:22 p.m. And as you see, I only had like one thing bought, and I was like a T2. It was a T1 and a T2 a tool. Now during this times that I was actually playing, guess what? In my top gathering videos, I tell people that yes, you should use the gathering set in order to get more bonus heal, like you see in the video that I showed, and I'll put that in the description below for the top gathering things that players should know. Now, I tell them to use gathering set, but these players are griefing. I'm talking about griefing bad. Not only do we have lag that is horrible, like really horrible, we have these old and new player jumping around trying to kill you in the yellow zone, which when you are died, basically you lose. You take 2 to 3 minutes to respawn, and you lose a certain amount of percentage in the stack of resources that you have. So these players are out there just trying to prevent you to like progress. I guess they find it fun, and it probably is fun for the PvP players to grief the new players, and the new players just to grief the new players. I'm sure they're also having a good time. So what I did is I went back to a PvP set, and this is actually more of an escape set. It's expensive, so I had to gather a bunch of ham in order to actually buy this thing, and a lot of them. So once I got a bunch of flasks, a bunch of ham, and I bought this set. I bought some pork pies, and basically, as you see, I still gained the gathering bonus. It's 50% for a T7 pork pie. So I bought those, and basically, like 2 of those, and I will use it every 30 minutes, and then I will use that kind of money to refresh my pies or pretty much just get other things. Now, I still get to gain the bonus, as you'll see. Gathering +2, gathering +2. So let me actually just skip a little bit further so we can start this. I found out that the yellow zones are way, 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 way overcrowded. Like, way overcrowded. So not only do we have a way overcrowded, and these people players will like get down by the blue players, but if they down you, that's pretty much 2 or 3 minutes right there. But at the same time, I can farm some of the resources that are like full. Everything is like usually close to being empty. Now I know this is also happening in the release, but God damn, we're already at the first month through of it, and the players have not gone from the yellow zone to the red zone and the black zone. Now, I just remembered when I was doing this video that I was like, God damn, there's more players coming in, and it'll take like a couple months before things settles down and tank down. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 months before population start going down, and where I would tell the player, yes, in the present time of 4 months later, you should be using gathering set. But for here, for this video purposes, I had to use a escape PvP set, because soon enough I'm going to go to the red zone, and soon enough I'm going to go to the black zone, and now I see more white people bitching. Like all these old players and stuff like that are pretty much telling you that go to the red zone and black zone and stuff like that, and it is true, you should be going to those. It's just you have to learn a little bit more of the mechanical how to be able to escape. And in the red zone, you have a hostile down there with a hostile counter, not like the black zone. You have hostile counter, which allows you to give you the head advantage of someone who's going to peek at you. So again, I am going to go to the red zone because there's 33% on the 33% on the resource chance. You can see that on the gathering top things of gathering to know about it. And at the same time, it should be empty for the blue players. Not as much. But it should be empty for the blue player, like by a good amount. So I start, and so I'm gonna be able to skip some of these things. Some of my stuff got corrupted for the video for T flags and the other ones that did in the blue zone. So I start with this video basically, and I am going to be doing the hems in this section. Now this specific red zone has 33% enchanted rate. So obviously the ganker knows this, and the gankers will try to find you. So I would stick more to the corner areas. Ganker knows this as well, but new players ganker don't even realize too much of this. And fighting during these areas, you have to be very, very careful. I was like, gosh damn, let me get on my horse, and I actually stood on my horse for quite a bit and had to leave that herms because there was a red player roaming around. Luckily the red player left. Now I see there's 4 hostile and going back to 2 hostile. So I think that may be between the hell gates and the territorial area or orange area. So I'm still fine. I start gathering Hemsa during this for a while, and then I start seeing blue players. When you see a blue player down here, do not, and I repeat, do not trust them. Do not trust anyone. In the 2017, I started trusting people. I was naive and fool because I didn't thought that these players would persist during the 2015 and 2016 of the alpha. Like, I thought there would be more better player played, but no, it has been a trickery since the beginning of the age. A trickery of, hey, can you farm this? I need this to be farmed, and I don't have the tool for it. And as soon as you get there, they got you. All everybody was waiting for there. It was a trap. So when you see a blue players, run away. Run away like your lives depend on it, because that could be a spy. So during this video, you're about to see a blue player running around, and later on, you're gonna see a red player popping out. And I was like, yeah, I didn't trust that. It could be a friend, it could be an enemy, but it definitely could have been a friend as well. So I'm gathering a bunch of flame. I see the blue player on top right, and then I look a couple seconds. There's a top left already. So I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. And then I see some dead bodies. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely out of here. A tip that I want you to guys know is that you can actually go into the bottom left side. No, actually, bottom left side, and actually see up here. I open up the tab, which is down here. Open up that tab, and basically when you do so, type kill player. So you can have, like, you can see when a player dies, or say it'll spawn right here and gives you a notice like, oh shoot, a player died. Where did he die? Oh, okay, he got killed by this player. Because some people get suicided, you pretty much think a player died and it didn't actually die. He suicided. So this actually is very great. Go to the top left side, click on this arrow, and top bottom side, click on this arrow, and then pretty much click on kill player on the tab on the right side. So, I also experienced. I went back to the yellow zone just for a bit more, and then what I experienced of these griefers who are trying to kill you, I also experienced another one. Sorry, coughing. I guess I have something stuck in my throat. So basically, there are people like me who have stayed in the yellow zone 2 years ago and never, well, 1 year ago technically, and never left the game, like the yellow zone. Sorry, never left the yellow zone. These type of players, such as myself, have T8 on the yellow zone, and we are 100 or 100 spec. If you look at the top gathering video again, you will see that, goddamn, I'm gonna have to cut this part right here. Oh shit. Probably I won't cut it. You will see that I'm 50-50, 500, 100 spec, which that's 50% gathering year, 50% gathering speed, and I'm wearing a T8 too. I can follow you everywhere around. If I'm PK, I can steal your hide, but if I'm not PK and you're just a fiber or something like that, I can steal everything that you have. And these players are in abundance. I thought that these players would go back to like red zone and black zone by now, but these players are players like me who never ventures to like red zone again or black zone again because we're too afraid. Now, I grew out of that during this year. I grew out of that, and I was able to actually enter the black zone and the red zone, and farm there and gather there and such. I was able to experience during this last couple months as well, 2 months actually. But these players don't actually leave. They're tier 6, they're tier 7, they're tier 8 with master qualities, some of them, which basically you can't even fight them back if you try to flag up. However, for those who are actually my tier 4, I had to flag up. I went back to reputable after reaching silver. And here is the beautiful whisper that I got from these players. You beautiful Candy, why will you down me? Sorry, dude. You're tier 5, I am tier 4. You taking my fiber, I was already on it. You came out of nowhere and started fibering. I had to down you. If it makes you feel any, and it's supposed to be any better. If it makes you feel any better, I lost rep and I'm back to reputable. Go die, you prick. Okay. So obviously I had to fight for my resources in yellow zone, and obviously I have players trying to kill me because they think I'm actually the bad guy when I'm actually trying to farm some stuff in the yellow zone. And what I did was with my spec is I'm able to escape every single time they trying to, like a horde tried to find me. Obviously my thing is actually expensive. If you look at the top thing for gathering, and once again I put it in there, and as you see down here, right here, sorry. As you see right here, I was farming T5 during this time, and I was seeing that I dropped to reputable, and then I dropped back to normal, and I dropped to undisputed at one point. I said I need to stop. I need to stop because I'm gonna get kicked out of the blue zone, and I need some of the areas in the blue zone there. I saw that it was actually better than most, so I need to stop. So I started farming again normally and not PK and not defending my thing, and basically went back to silver during this time. Now to show you what I mean is, for example, this guy right here, I am already on it, and he started literally breaking everything else. Like, I only got one out of that. He has, I think, his tier 5 because he just like ran through it, and I was like, oh, okay. So it's just like the release basically. There's asshole, and then I go and look around, and I'm like, what are you? T8, T6, so you're able to fight back, and then you are a harvester, and you're in the yellow zone. Wow. Okay, so I guess it's really too tough to go to red zone and black zone. I keep looking around, and I'm like, wow, you are T8, just like I am. You actually exactly what I am. You basically stay in the yellow zone, but I grew out of that. You have a 7.3, which is tier 8, 9, 10. So you're definitely able to gather here for like about maybe an hour or two, and come back with maybe 2 stacks of whatever you have. 3 stacks if you're just focusing on one, and you have a master quality 7.3 clave. So even though it's scaled down, you're still a bit stronger than me. I have probably like a small chance to beat you, but at the same time, that you can wreck me with a clay. You can definitely wreck me with a clay. So I wander around and I find more people with tier A set, and I'm like, okay. Luckily, some of these players, and I think it was the second one, some of these, the TA second one, the ones that quality, some of them didn't actually started like gathering the same thing I was gathering. So thank God for the second person. But some other people, I was gathering, and they just fly through it. Now let me tell you something. A T8 with a good spec, when you're about to gather a T5, it takes you like maybe like 5-6 seconds or so to actually get one. It takes for them literally close to 2 seconds to do 5 out of 5 in one swoop, like real fast, like done. So I had to leave these areas. Here I show in players that I have 0 premium, and I have 128,000 for what I was able to gather, and it's already like 4:50 a.m. at 5:22. And I was getting mad, and I was like, I have to start entering a different area, or I may have to actually leave therefore and go for the second. In which, if you look at the video again, the top things to gather should know. There's some area where it's actually high, like therefore on fiber, but there's other areas where the fiber is actually secondary best. So I started going at these area. Again, like you see, I was getting 5 out of 5 in some area, but out of nowhere, boom! You have someone who is T6, and he just melted that sky flower, and I'm on it, but he melted that sky flower and didn't even leave me one. So I leave. I'm done. I leave the yellow area. I'm done. I'm going to red zone. Beautiful. The red zone had 5 out of 5. There were people actually starting to jump in and start to realize this. But some of the areas that I was doing had 5 out of 5. Some had 1 out of 5. But you know, it wasn't as abundance as the yellow and the blue zone. And I was like, God damn. You know, I mean, if you're doing gathering for money, I recommend doing dungeon. If you're doing gathering because that's what you want to become, you want to become a gatherer, then you should have the perseverance to face all this bull crap until 4 months later, where the server maybe tanks down a bit on the players and they're out in the yellow, out of the yellow into the red. By the way, Slow Tree and this one, Snapchat, was yellow, but they decided to make it red. I think the server was dying and they wanted all the safe people to be forced to the red zone and the black zone. So congrats on that one, SBI. But again, I can understand people want to get the PvPers are hungry and they're living the game. Again, 5 out of 5. But at the same time, I had to skip some of the spot in here because I had to go straight to the PvP part. So it's 11:43 down, 44 down here. I gather some hems that are enchanted. I do gather some normally because I had to. I mean, and I can't gather that, which is a 0.3, sadly. And I do say it in local chat that there is one in here. So I am gathering. I showed it right there. I still have no premium. So once I get to a certain area, I'm about to see it ganking. Obviously, you're going to see this in red zone. Wow. The experience has been horrible. I agree. The experience of the server, the delay. I could have died 5 times already. I'm lucky that I didn't die once during all this experience, especially when I had to go to the black zone in the end to use to utilize the 25% fame in the black zone, which you don't get these around here, but you get 25% in the black zone than you do in these zones. So you know. It was much better. Again, I was chasing this guy, and I had to do it. I had to chase it with these guys because these guys are just over here, just pretty much killing player. This guy thinks he's going to escape. He just let the other person escape, but you have to sacrifice yourself. You're pretty much done. So again, he dies, and I'm like, all yours. And then everybody left. However, later, 12-player PK came out, and we literally had to leave the area because there was 12 PK just roaming around in a group. Again, in the yellow zone, we have people like this who just pretty much are grieving. And this is in lazy grass plains. Now I'm going to shift shadow, which is T7 zone. And again, I see more PvP players just trying to kill some other player from either getting to that spot or coming back home. So, boop, boop. This guy's a bloodletter too. He dash. Good hit. Now I enter this area and the first thing I find is 3 hostile, and so I stay close to the portal until they leave. Once they leave, I go and start looking for the area. So I look around. There's people doing T6. There are people doing hides. I keep looking for the T5s and some enchanted T4s. And see, this person is doing T6. So again, I think I'm gonna start skipping some of these and fast forwarding it. I do some hems because some of the areas for the T5 I couldn't find for some reason, and then later on I was able to find them. I was like, oh, here they are. So I started doing them. They're much lower on the T. When you have a T4, they're much lower to do this. So again, pew, hit that. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit another one. And then after that, I think I hit a couple more or so, and then I leave this area because it starts becoming unbearable. I'm able to escape, but if I lag, I would have died so many times. I did took some breaks off here to help some players, which you can see videos about that. I have 2 other players, one gear for Hellgate and another one gear, brand new players, gears to just start the game. I boost them to like T4 and then give them 4.2. So again, I started doing these. They're much slower, and I always tell in the other video, I tell people to do the T4 on T4 because it's actually much faster for gathering. It's slower when you're doing one tier above. And by the way, I told the other guy, if you're wondering what I said in there, you can pause it. Otherwise, I pretty much told him, it's right there. Brave Soul, that's what I like to see. I'm doing these because they're worth money. They're worth 700 to 800 silver. So now I see this guy right here, and more PKers trying to kill you. So again, this is an escape set. It's not supposed to fight. It can fight, but it's supposed to escape. So there I use ambush, dash a little bit. I don't have speed like Wanderlust, so obviously he can kite me all around. This actually is an escape set, so basically I can't contest them, but however, I can down him just enough for the other players to do their thing. He dies soon after. If you look at the bottom right side right there, he dies soon after. So I leave the area now that it's being contested by PvP, like a lot of PvP. I'm talking about 10 and above, and I move to a next area, and the next area has 33%. Now I'm actually doing all these area. The reason why I didn't record some of this is because I'm actually watching Wellen's YouTube channel for Rust. He is a god, and I mean he is a god in editing, and I have not gone to one video that I have not watched, which is 20 minutes or more, from one video all the way to the end. I have not skipped one part. I've always watched it. So I'm watching this while playing the game. Now, yes, it will let me just a small amount, which I don't do this in Black Zone, by the way. It did let me a small amount, but the server, in my case, in my experience, is actually very laggy. So at one point I come back here because there's a lot of PK, so I turn off the video, and then you'll see how laggy it is. So since I am actually doing this, I roam around. I go in there, I see some people, I see some PKs players. There's 8 of them in here, and I turn off the record because now I'm going to watch the video while trying to farm. I do farm. Look at this. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. And then at one point during the video, there's 4 of them. Now these guys, I don't think they can actually enter the zones. I think they probably can. If they're outlawed, they can't. I actually asked someone again to test this for me. If you're outlaw, he said he couldn't zone out of that area for that 2 minutes. So they went ahead and tried to kill me. And at the same time, look at the names. At the same time, they came to the yellow zone. They came to grief players at the yellow zone. So I have to like play around with them and see if I can like get one person to 1v1 me without running. But these guys are all claws, by the way, except one of them, which is a tank. So I try to look around. This guy died. I try to fight them and stuff like that, and I try to get my HP. Usually all you have to do is to get it faster is to mount up. So I see this guy, I go in, but again, his little friend just goes ahead and wastes his thing saving him. So now finally I found one of them, and I'm like, I'm gonna teach you a freaking lesson because this is stupid. So I go around, boop, boop, and I told him I had 3 invis. There was no way that he could have won. I could, if he does the claw, I could just go invis or dash away. And if it does it again, I do use the D. It resets my chest. I can actually run away, or I can use my Spectre once I'm a little bit far and don't have a poison on me, because if you have to take damage, it breaks you off. I use Spectre and then I run away. There was no chance. So then I was trying to see if I can find the tank, and I did found him. However, sadly, he was calling his player. Oh, I'm getting killed. So I'm wandering around, and look at the lag. Look at the lag. I'm teleporting to a place. So again, I'm wandering around, hoping that the lag doesn't hit me, and I found the tank. And I see him. I knew it. I knew he was calling his friend. And look. Teleport. Oh my god. I was like, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I killed one of them. Well, technically downed one of them, and I'm done. So I'm going back home because I'm about to leave the area and go to another area. And I found again another guy down here, obviously, who are probably practicing PvP, but at the same time, if you see a gatherer, he's gonna kill. He was going to down him, and I have to do this. I have to down this player. So I then, and it's probably getting close to the end of it. It's 10 minutes. I then go to the black zone, and I have to test this out. I have to test it. So I go around and check it out. I am somewhat laggy. I'm not watching the video on my left side screen. So I look at some of the areas. It's very dangerous because there's a lot of these animals, like these snakes and salamander. Oh my god, there's just so many animals. So I look around and I'm like, okay, get ready to mount. I see a peak here. He might be invisible and then ready to use poison. Guess not. Okay. Alright, so I'll just fight this, hopefully. There he is again. Okay, he left me. He might still come. Let me get on my mount, get close to the fiber. But he still left me. Okay. Alright, so let's do our T5 farming over here. It should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, it is fine. So then I start farming in the black zone. And I usually tell people to actually go like 2 zones away, like zones are empty. But I have just got there, and I've seen it has a territory, and there's someone farming now. The guy in the territory is farming that area, and then he runs into the territory, which is why I tell gatherers, same thing in the top gathering thing. I tell gatherers, join a guild with with a territorial, and you can be like right here, down here farming, and if someone's gonna gank you, you just dash twice over here, and that's it. You're in the territory, and you'll be safe. Now, obviously, if it's a surge, you're gonna be very careful. You have to just jump in there, put all your stuff in the chest, and then try to, like, if you get killed, it's fine. But at the same time, also try not to like taunt players such as Oak Tree Field, because he will just whoop your ass. He knows exactly how much damage he needs to do to you before the Guardian tried to kill him or damage him low enough. So again, I'm fibering, and later on, I noticed that, goddamn, there are actually people like started to like look for me, like really badly look for me. Like they chased me around, and then I thought they would leave by now because they can't find me. No, these guys, they don't stop. They make sure that you're dead. If you're alive, they make sure that you're dead. So again, I started firing these. I'm getting a lot of money from T5. T5 is so good. Once you reach the T5, you don't need T6. Once you reach T5, T5 makes enough money. Again, I see that this guy, yeah, see how he pulls me? But I'm invisible already. Double dash. I didn't hit him. Didn't interact with him. I don't get outlaw. He hits an outlaw. So now he's in trouble because if somebody else comes, he can get killed. They can get killed. So they see me for a bit and then they leave. They're like, yeah, we're not going to mess with this guy. Now, end of this video. After farming so long in the black zone, because the yellow zone are populated, because it's freaking laggy as hell. Even in the black zone, I almost died because of lag. One of my videos got corrupted during this time, and I was furious. What happened during this story is I went to like 2 zones away, and I was farming T5 fiber, because during the portal, the gankers knows that you're close to the portal because you want to go home safely. So they'll look around the portal, obviously. So I go a couple 2 zones away, and then I see 6 players on a Swift Claw. I'm like, shoot, I don't have an armor horse. I should have came with an armor horse. These players got me off mounted. Now, I calculated that I should be at 93% with just the fiber. Anything higher would make me slower and that would have gotten me. So I run to the Hellgate. And I prayed to God because I used everything and I did get away. But as I'm getting mounted and stuff like that, and running through outside, I have a T4 mount, and they are literally dismounting me because all of the monster is hitting my T4 so hard. It doesn't have armor, and this is why I tell you, get armor horse to the black zone. I'm an idiot and I didn't went for it. So they got me out of the horse again. I did double dash and I did my ambush, and I went straight to a Hellgate. And my lord, there were people in the Hellgate. And I was like, please fight them. Please fight them. I run to them. I use my D and again my R. And pretty much they do fight them. They start fighting them. And I'm like, okay, I'm safe. Just stay here. And then I get out. They see me, but they don't focus me. They focus at the other guy. They're fighting each other, so they leave me alone. So I look around and I really want to see. I am laughing on this video, which I forgot to press record. That's why I'm pissed. I tell you, I forgot to press record. I thought I pressed it. I thought I went record. Let's get to the black zone so that everybody can see how I reached T5 and on this black area. So. No, that did not happen. I checked the video. I went like this, and I checked the video. I'm like, because I wanted to stop recording on this area right here. I was like, this is best. I have to stop recording in case it gets corrupted. I got start recording. Oh my lord, I forgot to record. So basically, they were fighting, and after they fought, I did it in ambush. And then I got a little bit closer. I dashed with the E close to them, but not enough to interact with them in their hitbox. And I pretty much stole the loot. I stole the tier 6. Now, one person died in their side, the left side of the Hellgate, but everybody else died from the right side. All 6 of them died to the Hellgate 5v5. Obviously, I guess they have healer, and these guys technically didn't have a healer for some reason. Now, when they die, I can only manage to steal 1 and then run away. Now the people from the Hellgate are pissed that I took the Swift Claw, and I took the claw. I think it was a claw, and the like the other materials. So now I'm running, and sadly, I interacted with one of them. They got me on a double. It was a spear, Fisher, then did the chest, ran a little bit backward, and again got me onto that, and I was getting stunned. So then I used an ambush, and I was like, god damn it, W, and then I kept running away. Did Spectre, and then I ran to the left side. Now I ran all the way to the left side. I got away. I got to the corner on the left side, and I'm like, oh shit, do they know that I am an outlaw? Oh my god, if they know, they're gonna find me. So I move, I stay down. I get to my cooldown. My cooldown comes back up. All 3 of them comes back up. They found me. I was like, oh shoot, running into the portal to try to get close to the portal, see if I can trick them. And I was able to successfully trick them. What I did, and I'll show you in there in the middle, basically what I did. What I did is I got close to the portal and I used Spectre shoes, and they thought that I went inside the forum. I mean, inside the portal. I went to the forum, and for the first time in my life, again, I went back to Reddit, which I wouldn't go back to Reddit. I went back to Reddit to see if anybody posts, this guy just went through the portal in Outlaw. And I stayed in the forum watching to see if someone said, this guy went through the portal with Outlaw, and no one posted. So I was like, okay, so they just fell for it. So the Spectre shoes, they thought I was still there. Like, ambush is just 6 seconds. Spectre shoes is like 16 seconds. So they thought I would pop out, and they looked around like, okay. Now, as I'm walking slow, by the way, because I am at 147 on it. As I'm walking slow, I found a portal with the Spectre shoe. I dashed, and I found they left the portal. I found the portal. Sorry. I found a portal and I prayed. I went to the corner down here on the right side and I prayed, please do not allow anyone to enter. Please do not allow anyone to enter. I really don't want to lose any of this. And again, I always tell people to throw your stuff away, but I said to myself, I'm so close to the portal. I don't need to throw anything away. I can make it. My outlaw is about to go away. It does go away, and I come back through the portal for the save. Now, as you see, I have a horse which basically does increase my to 97. So what happens is, I'll show you right here. And look. Yep, I don't have outlaw. Everybody go in, everybody go in. So what happened basically, I dashed to the portal firstly. And by the way, when dashing, not here, but like right around here, right here, it's where I use the Spectre shoes. And basically, when you Spectre shoes, it says, oh, you're outlaw, you can't enter the portal, but they don't know that. So I kept going forward to the north, and I dashed. Once my thing was already out of time, I dashed, and then they didn't saw me. So they just left back to the south, and I saw a portal. I entered the portal for random dungeons, and I got saved. That's what happened. Now during this video, during these times that I've been doing this, I earned a lot of money. So this was 3 days. This is no premium. I earned 3 months, a lot of money, and I told, if I see players saying that you can't earn enough for premium, that's bullshit. So all these monies, I start buying gold. And basically, I'm just going to transfer to my main account, and I have a player who is about to join the server, and I'm just going to give him 4 mil, straight up 4 mil for my friend, because as soon as he starts, he's going to buy everything he can. I told him about the inside tomes and everything, and he actually said, well, this game is pay to win. If I had to make a video about that, and he said, oh, it's pay to win if you can actually buy tome and get Reaver, get combat. I told him, it's like, you can't get I think the adventure ones, like to wear the horse and stuff like that, and I don't think you can't get the one for gathering. So I mean, you can't get combat fames and Reaver, but it's in a gray area when we're talking about pay to win, because you can do this in 1 day. By the way, you can actually get to TA in 1 day, so it's not such a big deal. I mean, if it was in equal footing, then I would say it's pay to win, but everyone is not in equal term already. There's already old players maximized in 400, so that's why I would say it's not pay to win. But I'll make a video of that later. Again, I buy some gold during the times that I was making money, and now that I made more money, I'm gonna buy gold and transfer that all to my main account and basically give it to my friend when he logs in today. So again, look how much money you get. Look how much money. Look how much money you get for, oh, I don't think you can see that amount. That's a good amount. I think this is 999. Yes, this is 999. I get 702? Wow, that's a lot for 702. Back then, before the free to play, this price was at least 150 to 200. So I sell everything. Look, I took the the assassin jacket. I took his master claw, T6 basically, and then to trash, I had to take the trash because I wasn't thinking during that time. I just pick up everything, and then I was happy because I took the swift claw, so I earned free 226,000, which I'm very happy about that. The Skyflower, the last one that I had was 140,000. That put me at 2.4 mil, and then later on I showed that I buy the gold. However, I was pissed because of the recording. You have no idea how pissed I was. Like, I never gotten this pissed. Like, I don't think I have gotten this pissed in my life. I was so pissed that I actually wasn't able to record what just happened. So I needed to vent my frustration. Now, I'll show you how I vented my frustration. Now, I actually got up to here in the Reaver side. My tool is actually leveled up beyond level 30. And then I go down, and as you see, it has... I'm back to T5 right here, like boom, T5. Server shuts down, and now to take my revenge, I go on a killing spree. I go and literally murder people and just grieve them because I am so angry. I'm not going to go in Abby line and grieve these new players. I'm just going to grieve a game that is about to die. This is Dirty Bomb. So as you see, I put the turret. He dies from the third. This Dirty Bomb is actually going to die this year, so this is why I return back. And I had to... This is where I take my anger out, by the way. This is basically where I go to vent my anger, my frustration. So I go here, I kill this guy. He actually kills me too. Lag compensation, obviously. Again, I see a nader. Yeah, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I need to kill. I need to win more matches. I need to frustrate my anger. We won. It's not enough. I talked to some of the players about the game. It's about to die. All that stuff. Get to the next game. Nope. Not enough. Start repairing. I see some people on the top left side. Yeah, delicious. Delicious. Grab my little turret. Okay, put a turret down and basically fast forward to more kills. Fix the EV, because I am a repairer, that's what I do. Kill the sniper. I hate sniper. Jump over. Allah Akbar. There's nothing better than an Allah Akbar. Yeah, Allah Akbar. And to be honest, I was feeling it. I was like, yeah, this feels good. So I grabbed the last cord to try to beat the game. It's all on me now. Ooh, there's people up there. They're gonna try to shoot me too. There's a lot of people talking to me. If you hear that sound, there's a lot of people talking to me in the in Steam. Say, you're gonna play this, are you gonna play that? What you gonna play in the future? I went this, but again, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to come back to the game, and at the same time, look at the turret. It tricks them. So it wasn't a game to come back, and by this time it's like about 6:20, 6:25. The server's not up yet for me to keep the continue recording. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm getting a lot of messages over and over and over and over and over. There's a lot of people of messaging me. Kill you. And watch this. Let's look at this turret. Beautiful turret kill. That's what you call placement. Fixing the EV. That's what I do. Yeah, I said it. Go in from the right side. Oh, look, we have a jumper. Well, I could jump too. Get a little loaded. Beautiful. Now to fool people, I'm going to put it right here because they literally rush in to try to save, and the turret gets them. Ooh, look, a shotty. You're dead. I heard this guy coming, so that's why I didn't finish him off. You're dead. And I'm pretty sure I already saw Lenardi. Ooh, 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 ooh. Left, right, left, right. You're dead. And then this guy freaked me out. And I was like, whoop, nope, 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 nope. Here, have a turret. Nope, nope, nope. At the end, I go ahead and try to body block the... Yep. And now I body block him. They'll kill me, but they won't kill him soon enough. My turret stalls them, and we win again. Now I enter back to the game because the server's back alive, and I'm satisfied with every kill and every delicious win in Dirty Bomb. So now I calm down. I don't feel so grievy about it, and pretty much what I showed is basically I have 0 fame creative, so learning points. I'm supposed to show you a tip about this. I'm supposed to have a tip, but I think the video is now at 40 minutes. God damn, I'm supposed to make it 30 minutes, but I'm sure it's at 40 minutes. I'll make it real quick. This should be the last thing that we're doing. And as you see, as I go in, I'm like literally 0 premium. I have 2.4 mil. That 1 mil, what I showed in here, is how much I can get back. So, make sure this is still recording. It still is. Thank you. So I type 1119. This is what I had before. I had 2 mil. I put it into gold. Now that would have been 4.4 mil. That would have bought me premium. So now I'm going to put it again, all of them into the gold, and send it to my main character. And by the time I finish this video and stuff like that, I give it to him. My friend is going to be joining, so if you guys have a good guild, please send it in a comment. We're looking for a guild with Black Zone territory, so he can start playing. He's very new. I'm teaching him. He's very new, but I'm teaching him. Okay. So there it is. I purchased the last ones, and again, I see that I have it in my set, and I'm like, yeah, I need to sell all this. So I pretty much sell everything I have. My bag is, I'm like, frick it. This one though is only 18k. I'm like, no, 45k. This one is fine. I don't care. This one is like, just a bit higher, more. This one is way too low. I'm like, no. I'll do it for like 105k. This one sells. This one sells. This one sells. I was gonna keep the ox, but then I find out that I can't enter the, one of the islands, so I throw the ox. I buy the remainder gold, and that's pretty much it. The video pretty much ends right there. Now, a little last tip that I'm going to show you with the alts. Now, the bonus clip. The bonus clip is pretty much that you can actually get 3 alts. Yes, you can give them premium, and then when you do that, the island itself, you can buy 3 islands, and when you do so, you can harvest 9 plots if you upgrade all the islands. And when you upgrade all the islands and you're getting all these carrots, like harvesting all the carrots, you can actually increase. And actually, I have a picture here. I should be. What, am I an idiot? I have to show you the picture. Where's the goddamn picture? Oh, great. Oh, great. Do I even have the picture in here? Or did I throw it away? Here it is. Basically, you harvest from 9 plots. Each plot has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, and then 9 times. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plots? Sorry. I think it's 5 plots. You can look at one of the link in the description below how I use my focus, which especially I give it away, but you can see how many plots. So you have all these plots, and basically you're harvesting from all these plots. When you do so, that's how you level up your carrots and other things as well, so there's cabbage and stuff like that. But I'm gonna focus on carrots. So you harvest all these plots, and then it increases your spec. Increases your spec, lowers the amount that you use your water focus. So at the beginning, maybe it can be pretty high, but it can go down as maybe 200 or maybe 100 and something. And with that, with just 224, by the way, just with that, my main can do all 3 islands at once. That leaves your alt with premium to have 30k on everything else, and I'll tell you what to do with that next. Now, after you have all 3 islands full with plots and you harvest all those carrots, you're increasing your spec in your carrot, maybe close to 100 or 100. Now you use your main character to do all these seeds, and the carrots gives you 2 bags back for each plot seed that you watered. So these 2 seeds goes for 2 days, and on the second day you'll be close to 30,000 during the midnight, and basically you just water them again and just free money. So if you look at the description below, I have a video that I'm going to put. It's called How to Focus, and then you can see that I'm 30,000, and I'm basically giving this player all the free money with my 30k focus. I don't use it. Random Dungeons is better. I got 60 mil in Random Dungeons. So I don't use my 30k focus. I just give it away. So the next one, the gathering. The alt. The alt has also for watering. So if something bad happens, you can use their 30k focus. But how do they all pay for their own thing? When you're gathering, you know about the crafting, that you use the crafting focus to gain more when you're actually refining the leather. So what I do is, you're getting all these 20 learning points, right? So what I do, I let my alts be the crafter, the refiners, and they get. This is what I did basically for my alt, and that's why I have 0 learning point on my alts instead of having like a bunch of them. It's because I give them the crafting, they get the specialization, and then I waste my learning points in it. So now it costs, for T5 specifically, when I was doing T5, for that, it was 5, 6, then 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 learning point per. And basically, what I would do is that I would get to the learning point, use the spec, and level that up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get like around 50 on the refiner on it, when they use the focus, or the check mark for the focus for refining that leather, you can actually have more focus on it, which means you're able to refine more leather. And once you reach like 100, oh my god, that's how you're going to be able to make your alt pay for their premium and have some little cash for yourself. What you do is that you get to 0.3 materials, and now you're creating more leather. 0.3. You buy a T4 4.3 basically leather, and then you buy 5.3 normal, and then you go to the market. A good one right now is at 31%. The one I found back then, it was like at least 15%. It was much lower. And then use all your focus, and you're creating more leather by buying. Obviously, you can do this by gathering. That's one way, but you can just buy all these leather. Technically, in all honesty, you should be doing this when you do it for like T8. But for T5, I did this, and I earned so much money. I gained so much leather, I put it back to the market, I get so much money, and basically I pay my alt premiums through that. My alt literally reached a high tier on the leather, and for refining, and basically I stopped at one point because during that time I was getting close to the quitting for that year, and I will come back basically a year later, which was in 2017 on September, and now I came back at March 14 of 2019. So that's the basic clip on this. If you want to make money with your alt and stuff like that, you want to invest in your alt, you can do that. I had a factory. For Hive, for gathering, and basically my guild island was my own island, guild island. I had everything on laborers. I had my whole island on labor, and I was factoring everything out. And I think you can look at the forum. You look for Final Hecate. You can actually look for gathering yellow, gathering premium yellow, which is a year old a guide that I did. During that time it was like 500 out of 1 gold, and I was hoping that this will work for 1,000 out of 1 gold, and it did. When I came back, it was 1,200, and I gained about 17.9 mil in 4 days. Now, so basically this is my end video and my summary for it. I do not want to wear, in the present time of 2019, the 5th of the 23rd, I do not want to wear gathering gear because players are griefing. And in Black Zone and Red Zone, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. Look at the top gathering gear video one more time, and it tells you about the outlaw and what's going to happen. It's a trap. The gathering gear is a trap. So for now, it's like not like that. But if you're made it all the way to the end of the video, please note that if it's 4 months later, the population should tank, and then you can use your gathering set better, because people will stop griefing you. They should be in the red zone. They should be in the black zone, and the black zone is going to spin. I forgot about Avalon, so they should be in the black zone. So hopefully this happens, and you'll be able to gather. I stepped into your shoes. I agreed that population is overcrowded. I did give a suggestion. You could have reverted the slow tree, and every red zone that was changed from yellow to red, they could have reverted that from red to yellow, just for 2 months, just like how they increase all the spawn point timer. And once the population tanks down, they will take that away. Like once it starts going down, they'll take that away, and there will be this increase of respawning time. So that's the end of this video. I do agree, but however, I disagree with all of you that you can make money in 3 days for gathering. You can't. It's false that you cannot make money. I made 4.4 mil, and I could have just bought my premium on the 3rd day, and which is 1, 2, 3 days that you guys have premium, and I had none. So just remember, keep that in mind. Lastly, I do not recommend gathering for money. I recommend random dungeons. I will put a link in below as well about the core skip runs. Skip runs for dungeons, and you can see how you make money. Otherwise, if you're not skip running and basically you're doing random dungeons normally with a party of 4 or a party of 5, then you should be able to make enough money to be able to buy the premium. So that will be the end of the video, and I bet it's 1 hour again. God damn it, I'm failing.